The day began with a gentle sunrise that slowly colored the sky in shades of pink and gold. The air was cool and fresh, carrying the sweet smell of morning flowers. Birds sang softly from the trees, and their peaceful voices made the world feel calm and safe. A soft wind moved through the leaves, making them dance quietly. The small paths were still empty, and everything looked quiet and beautiful, as if the world had just woken up from a long, peaceful sleep. It was the kind of morning that made every heart feel light, warm and full of hope. In this quiet and gentle beginning, a simple story of love and courage was about to unfold, one that would touch every heart that heard it. In the same village lived an old man named Rahim. He was kind and quiet, but lately his face looked sad. Every day he sat under the big banyan tree with worried eyes. The villagers noticed his silence, but he always said he was fine. Rahim's problem was simple, yet heavy on his heart. His only son had moved far away to find work, and Rahim had not received a letter from him in many months. He missed his son deeply. Every night he sat alone in his small house, staring at the door, hoping it would open. Sometimes he held his son's old wooden toy in his hands and whispered, "Are you safe, my child?" His heart felt empty, and the silence around him made his worry grow stronger. He felt lonely, forgotten, and afraid that something bad had happened. Rahim tried to smile during the day, but inside he carried a deep sadness. He wished for just one message, one sign, one word to tell him that his son was all right. One evening, Rahim sat alone near the old banyan tree, his eyes filled with worry. A wise woman from the village, Daddy Miriam, walked by and noticed his sadness. She slowly sat beside him and said in a gentle voice, "Rahim, my son, your heart is carrying a heavy weight." Rahim sighed softly. "Daddy, I miss my boy. I don't know if he is safe." Daddy Miriam placed her warm hand on his shoulder. "Let me tell you a small story," she said with a kind smile. She began, "Many years ago there was a shepherd who lost one of his sheep. He searched the hills day and night. He walked in the cold wind and under the hot sun, but he did not stop. One morning, the sheep finally returned on its own. It was tired, but safe. The shepherd learned that sometimes life tests our patience, but love always finds a way home." Rahim listened quietly. The story touched his heart. Daddy continued softly, "Your love for your son is strong, Rahim. Trust that he will find his way back to you. Worry cannot change the future, but hope can make your heart stronger." Her words felt like warm light entering Rahim's tired heart. For the first time in many days, he took a deep breath and felt a little peace inside, after hearing Daddy Miriam's gentle words. Rahim sat quietly for a long moment. Her story stayed in his heart like a small, warm light. He wiped his eyes and told himself, "I must try to be strong. My son would want me to stay hopeful." The next morning, Rahim tried something different. Instead of sitting alone under the banyan tree, he walked to the fields and helped a neighbor carry water. He smiled a little, even though his heart still felt heavy. Each small step made him feel lighter. He also began talking to the children in the village. They made him laugh with their simple jokes and innocent questions. Slowly, Rahim's days became a little brighter. Every night he still missed his son, but instead of crying, he whispered a small prayer and said, "I believe you are safe. I believe you will come home." His heart was still tender, but now it carried a soft strength born from hope. Not fear. Rahim learned that even when sadness stays, a little positivity can help the heart breathe again. Many weeks passed, and Rahim kept living with gentle hope in his heart. He worked a little each day, talked to neighbors, and waited with patience. His worries were still there, but they no longer controlled his life. One bright morning, as Rahim swept the front of his small house, he heard footsteps on the path. When he looked up, his eyes widened. A young man was walking toward him with a tired smile and a small bag on his shoulder. It was his son. For a moment, Rahim could not move. Then he rushed forward and held his son tightly. Tears filled his eyes, not from sadness, but from pure relief and joy. "I'm home, Baba," his son whispered softly. Rahim's heart felt full again. All the nights of waiting, all the silent prayers, and all the hopeful thoughts had led to this beautiful moment. His loneliness disappeared like a shadow in the sunlight. The village smiled with him. And Rahim learned something precious, even when life feels dark. Good things can return, hope can open doors, and love can bring lost hearts home. When life feels heavy, never lose hope. Positive thoughts make the heart stronger, and kindness brings light to dark days. With patience and love, good things will always find their way back to you. Asterisk.